Oh, hey, we're back. And I'm Chef GPT, and we're here with my illustrious co-host, the sleaze bag, sleaze dog, sleaze nasty narder, sleazak, Addy. And we're here today to agree to disagree about one of my favorite tight end prospects in the 2026 class. And now that he has a tremendous landing spot that no one seems to care about in Kenyon Sadiq. So Kenyon Sadiq comes in, he's drafted by the Jets, 16 overall. Now, this is the multiverse where the Jets potentially figure it out, and they have the guy, the offensive coordinator in place to figure it out, who historically gives around a 20% target share to tight ends. So if he was able to make baby hands, what's the old tight end from the Colts back, Jack Doyle, if he was able to make him into a somewhat fantasy relevant option, imagine taking the tight end that ran the fastest 40 ever and also was fourth all time in touchdown catches in Oregon history for a single season. Imagine what he's going to be able to do with him. So you have no other significant target earning option, and you have an offensive coordinator who is known to prioritize targeting running backs and tight ends in his offense, which is something that we know Geno Smith can do fairly reliably. So with all of this being the case, I can't help but to think that in spite of the stinky Jets stink, Kenyon Sadiq landed in an optimal environment to maximize his fantasy potential. Now, tell me why you're wrong.
Oh, it's so great to be on this side of the athletic tight end argument, man. Every other time we have this conversation, you're on the side of Addison, watch them play football, and I'm on the side of, but they're athletic. So let's talk about Kenyon Sadiq. And I don't want to talk about his athletic profile because he's obviously the most athletic tight end that we've ever seen come through the combine. I even thought his tape was pretty good. I thought he was able to play in college. Here's the problem. It starts and ends with Geno Smith. Because Geno Smith, during his stint in Seattle, his most productive period of his whole career, you know the tight end he was playing with there? It was an athletic freak. A great tight end out of Iowa. It was Noah Fant. And he wasn't able to turn Noah Fant into anything. I remember that. I remember being disappointed year after year while an athletic tight end ran wind sprints across the football field. And then he went to Las Vegas, and absolutely turned Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer into mid-tier options, and there weren't even other passing game options available. Now, if we want to talk about the stats, Frank Reich has been able to turn tight ends into valuable prospects, but they are projected to only run 12 personnel at a 21% clip with their coaching staff. That could be fine, but if Mason Taylor even gets a brief entry as the perennial starter after a year of playing in that offense, that could mean bad things for Kenyon Sadiq.